I'm in this massive collab with all of my friends in Sonnet's membership group, and my box just arrived. What we did is we spun for names, and the person who got me sent me a box, and then I sent somebody else a box. You guys make sure to follow all of our videos. This is gonna be so much fun. So we are getting a box and we have to flip this, and then we're all gonna release videos on the same day, and I'm so excited to see what I got. So these are either thrifted items or items from stashes. So I cut open my box because it was taped up really good. Thank you. I got my box from Cindy G. If you guys don't follow her, she is CNC DIY Factory. I'll link her below. And she sent my box. So I'm so stinking excited. Do you guys want to see what I got? I know you do. All right, going through my box, I'm literally just gonna reach down and grab. I've got a sign. This will be a fun upcycle. It does have a little kickstand on it. Oh my gosh, Cindy, you loaded my box. Oh my gosh. Oh, and she wrapped everything up so good. I've got a bunch of napkins. I am so excited to open those. Oh my gosh. Ooh, looky. I got all sorts of goodies for a bunny rabbit. An arch frame. I'm loving this. I am totally loving this. A player piano music roll. Oh, I have ideas already. This is great. Oh, yes, look at this. This is gonna be great to upcycle. Love it. Now, we don't have to pick everything, but she also sent me some little round cutouts. Those will be great too. Oh, this basket is fabulous. Oh, look at the tone on that. This is so good. I am so excited. Ooh, y'all. Oh, this will be great. Oh, I gotta figure out, oh my God, I love it. Cindy, you are the best. This was spectacular. I cannot get over all the yummy, good stuff you sent. And I can't wait to get it all back up. Sorry, guys. Can't wait to start flipping. Stay tuned to see which items I chose and how I recreate them. For project number 1 today, I'm going to be using those wood rounds and one of the napkins that was in the box that Cindy sent me. First thing I am going to need to do is to go ahead and paint the one side of these rounds with White Swan by DIY. I'm going to paint all 3 of these with just one coat. It is raw wood, so it is going on fairly easily. Then we are going to set these aside and let them dry completely before moving on to our next step, which is taking out the napkin and pulling apart the layers. Most napkins come in 2 or 3 ply, and I just get my fingers wet and then pull apart them. And then I'm going to cut this into 4 and use my DIY liquid patina to put a coat on there, place these down on there, use my hand to smooth them out. If I'm finding there's too many wrinkles, I spritz it with my mister bottle and smooth it out again, and there we go. Let it dry. And while I am doing this part of it, let me welcome you to my channel, or welcome you back. My name is Sandra, and I'm the owner and creator here at Midwest Charm. I specialize in repurposed, upcycled, vintage home decor, as well as all of your DIY needs. I carry DIY paint, Sweet Pickins milk paint, Iron Orchid Designs, Roy-cycled treasures, and Connie lines and designs, and more. You can find us on all the social medias linked below, as well as our website, www.midwestcharm.co, and that is linked below as well. And here I am taking my finger sander, which is linked below. It's part of my Amazon affiliates links. And this is the easiest way to do detail sanding. And I am going to go around the edges of each of these in a downward motion and just pull the napkin right off. It is so easy to do. My plan for these is to use them as like bowl filler or basket filler, but they weren't quite finished. So I took out my aviary paint by DIY and I gave each of these one coat along the sides and along the back. And when that's dry, I'm going to go in and use Big Top to seal these up, and then they are all good to go. These would be amazing on a tiered tray. You could add more to them if you wanted to personalize these a little bit more, whether it's some stamps or transfer or whatever. This is a good base to use for that. But as far as I go, I'm leaving these like this. Oh my gosh, Project 2, y'all. This one is so fun. I am going to be taking this arch piece that I got from Cindy from CNC DIY Factory, and you can actually find these on her website. I will link her below, but I'm going to give this just a little bit of a mist so that my white swan paint goes on a little bit smoother. It's dried wood and it just totally absorbs that. She also sent me these glasses, which I'm going to fill in. There's some initials in the middle there. I'm just filling them in with a little bit of spackle, and I'm going to set that aside to dry. And then I'm using one of my favorite Connie Lines and Designs papers from her bonus release. You guys, this is Harry the Hare, and I am so obsessed with this guy. He's so cute. His facial expression just kills me. I love him so much. And I knew immediately what I was going to be using this little guy for. So I am using my liquid patina and I am decoupaging him onto the arched backer board. And I'm going to make this into a little piece of art. And I just think he's adorable. Once I get this coat on top, we're going to let this dry completely. As with all my other decoupage projects, I am going to go ahead and sand off the edges of this with my finger sander, and I believe there's 180 grit paper on this, and I realized this was easier to do if I set it on something, made it a lot quicker. Remember those cute little glasses? Yeah, well, I painted them in Old 57. Somehow lost the footage. I apologize. But here I am taking some of our wood glue and putting that on the glasses, and I'm going to place them on his cute little face. Then we're going to go in and clean up all the extra glue that leaked out, and he is just about ready to go. This next project is the player piano roll that I got from Cindy. I love this, and I knew immediately it was just going to be a piece of wall art. So I took out my Katharina transfer and I picked out some beautiful little violets and I peeled off my backer. I placed my transfer piece down and then I use my transfer tool that comes with all of your transfers and rub that down so it stays applied. Once I get the whole piece down, I do rub over it with my fingers and the backer piece just to make sure there's no air bubbles and that this piece is firmly applied down. Then I decided I really needed something more, and who doesn't love bling? I added a petite ornaments frame And these gilded transfers are very similar to your regular ones. My tips for you would be just to go slow, rub with the flat side of your transfer tool and not the little corner, because otherwise you're going to leave little extra flecks of gold where you might not want them. And I do use my fingers to smooth that out. So, project 4. I loved doing this one, and I knew exactly what I was going to do when I saw this little milk jug. I am taking spackle and I am smearing this all in a downwards motion across the whole thing and up on the lip as well, giving this a really good coat of the spackle. And I smooth down any of the chunks and ridges kind of as I'm going. And just, I wanted texture on there. I wanted more texture than what I could get from, say, like salt wash. I wanted something more than that. And this gave it the exact heft I was looking for. The hardest part here was waiting for this to completely dry before I painted it. That is probably the one key thing in this, is that you need this to be completely dry so it's nice, hardened, solid, and the paint will apply well. Once this has completely dried, I do use my hands and break off any bigger chunks that are on there. And then I'm going to take my finger sander and I am going to sand down any of those extra ridges. I don't want this smooth per se because I want it to have that texture and that chunkiness to it to look like, a handmade piece of pottery or something, but I definitely wanted it smoother than it was. Then I'm going to take out my DIY cottage color crockery because it's perfect for this project. And I am going to give this one good coat of crockery, let it dry completely, and then go back in and do touch-ups on any of the spots where I can see the spackle through it. Then I'm going to take out my IOD ink pad and Ocean's Deep ink, and I'm going to ink up my crockery stamp. Surprise, surprise. I picked the one that said heavy cream, and I'm going to stamp it on here. And I'm not looking for a solid stamp. I'm looking for more of a distressed look, more of really old look to it, and that's what I got. And then I'm going to let this dry completely. And we're not done yet. I'm going to take out my layered chocolate and my summer crush, and I'm going to go in and stipple this randomly in spots. And I start with the chocolate and go over it with the summer crush, being very random. The one thing I would do in this part of it, if I were to do this again, is I would water down my paints and apply them super duper runny rather than applying them, misting them, and letting it run because this is spackle and I didn't think about that beforehand. It's fine. It all dried. It was fine. It was just a momentary minute there of a massive panic that I was going to have to start completely over. But I did go in and mist this and use my paintbrush to kind of dabble it on a little bit more and get some nice runny colors there to make it look like it was old pottery that had gotten like an ironstone almost that rusted, and oh, it turned out great. You guys, wait until the very end when you see these final projects. Thank you so much, Cindy, for sending these to me. I had an amazing time flipping these. I have like two more things she sent that I didn't even get to, that I am sure I will get to in some upcoming videos, but this was such a fun collab, and I hope everybody else enjoyed it as much as I did. Now, stay tuned here because we have the final shots coming up. You guys make sure to stick around to see all of the things that I sent to Lisa and how she flipped hers.
So what did you think? I had so much fun doing this. You guys make sure to click on the next person's video, because that's who I sent my goodies to, and I can't wait to see what Lisa did with the stuff I sent her. I'm really excited. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoy this collaboration, and we'll see you all next time.